Good evening, everyone. Uh, oh, shucks. What did I do? Are you there still?
We can see you and hear you, Sensei.
I can't see words. I mean, I can hear you, but I can't see you. I'm going to go out and come back in and join the meeting. Uh, um, please be patient.
Try just going to full screen.
I don't know. It's not operating the way it normally does. I guess never mind. So, thank you for coming. We have key breathing, key meditation class. Yes? So we'll do some key breathing and some key meditation. But after that, then I'll take you through whole body meditation, I promised. And then we'll see what you think of this. Some of you, maybe most of you know, but I don't know if everyone knows. Or I should say, when I teach these workshops, meditation workshops, I always start with keeping people happy. Okay. Just be sure you mute your. If I start with key breathing and then I do key meditation, and then I always do a whole body meditation. And when I ask the people in these workshops, which of these three do you prefer? Guess which ones they say. Every single person says the same thing. No one chooses key breathing. No one chooses key meditation. Everyone chooses whole body. So when we're finished with this, we'll have a little talk about it. I want to hear. Okay. You know, it's supposed to, everybody's supposed to be muted automatically, but when people that come on late are not for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so support yourself and we will keep breathing. Okay, ready? All right, now we'll do some key meditation. Shuchu Ho and Kakudai. Shuchu Ho. Kakudai Ho. Shuchu Ho. Kakudai Ho. Shoot you ho. Kakudai ho. Shoot you ho. Kakudai ho. Shoot you ho. Kakudai ho. All right, maybe you'd like to stand up, stretch for a moment. All right, when we sit in meditation, we are to be experiencing mind-body unification. In other words, we're to be completely in every atom of our mechanism. But this is not so easy. As you know, we spend too much time maybe in our head, or maybe we have a pain in our lower back, or maybe we have a pain in our side, or maybe we have an itch in our knee, and our mind is shifting around all over the place. Usually the problem is we're thinking about something in the past or something in the future. And of course, that means we're in our self. We're in our small Shoga self, because that's made up of the past and the future. When we're loving what's happening, when we're enjoying our experience completely, then there's no time, past and present. There's no self-consciousness. There's no awareness of even the passing of time. That time flies when we're having fun, we say. So this is what I'm talking about, having fun. So the purpose of whole body breathing is to help us completely experience every aspect of our body. And some teachings divide the body into 12 categories or levels, some 7 categories or levels or chakras, they might call them. In this case, we just keep it simple, because the more you have, the more it can become confusing. And we just use 4. I'll describe them to you, and then I'll take you through it. Of course, the first one is at the base of our stomach, which is called the 1 point in the lower abdomen. Everybody knows this. This is the place in our body where we experience life force. And when we're completely mature in 1 point, we can experience the full force, the full source of life force. The key to 1 point is equanimity or equality. If we have some sense of difference, superiority or inferiority relative to all these other people, then it's impossible to keep 1 point. Impossible to be in 1 point. At that moment, of course, at another time maybe, but when you are experiencing this kind of difference, might be from something from the past, it might be from some worry you have about the future, a meeting you have to go to, or somebody that you know is going to differ with you about something. Whenever that's happening in us, of course, then we don't have any ability to be in Taiga, our higher self. We're trapped. So keeping 1 point, as why Toi Sensei taught us, keep 1 point. When we're in 1 point, we're free of that. So in this exercise, we breathe just normally. There's no special breathing. But so when I say breathe, I mean just breathing normally. But we breathe into our 1 point. And then ever so gradually, we move up to our heart center, which is here in the center of our chest. And of course, this is the center of loving kindness and compassion. And what kills this is similarly envy and or hatred, similar. And then we move up to, and so we're breathing now into the 1 point and the heart. And then we bring our breath up to our throat. I say the throat, which represents shabda or sound, listening and speaking. So it includes our ears and the back of our head and our mouth as well. So the only thing it does not include is from up this area here, from the nose up to the top of the head, the back of the head. So we're breathing now into our throat as well as to our 1 point in our heart. And then finally we move to between our eyes to what Toi Sensei called the tente. So the key is to be breathing into the 1 point and into the heart and into the throat and into the tente all at once. If you try to visualize this, heart, throat, 1 point, head, heart, it doesn't work. You can't do that. You have to feel your whole being at once. And of course, these centers are connected like the 1 point in the lower abdomen, everything below your waist to the tips of your toes. And the heart is everything in the chest to the tips of your fingers. And the throat is, as I described, is the mouth and the ears and the back of the head. And the tente is the crown of the head and everything here. The tente, by the way, is, as I'm sure you know, is the center of insight. So when you get a joke, for instance, oh, I get it. that happens right there. So on deeper levels, waking up, awakening, oh, when you realize what you have never seen before, something about this life, maybe from what someone said, or maybe you just noticed something you haven't noticed before. That all happens right here. So all these areas are very important, and none of them can be left out. So to be in true mind-body unification, sitting, resting in the center of it all, we have to be experiencing it all, everywhere in the body. So that's why we call this whole body meditation. Okay, so let's do some of this together. I always say close your eyes. If you don't like to close your eyes when you're sitting, then leave them open. But it's easier to close them, I think, because sight is maybe just one more distraction, particularly when you're just learning some form of meditation. All right, so in the beginning, we breathe fully down into our one point. That's right. And as we breathe, the breathing sets up a rhythm, which is a little bit like a pump. Or maybe you just feel it like a rhythm that charges you. So as your feeling moves through your body, through your waist, your lower body, all the way through the tips of your toes, you can feel the ki moving through your body. And everything is humming. Right along. And the gentle, smooth movement of the breath there just keeps right on going. And you may experience, as we are in each of these four areas and sort of gathering them together, an inability to be able to tell exactly where in the universe that is. But that's okay. As we move to the next area, you return to a greater consciousness about where you are in the body. And later that may disappear. When you're doing this at home, you may spend 20 or 30 minutes in each place. But of course, we don't have that kind of time in the class. So I'm going to move ahead now to the heart. So it's not so much that you move your attention to your heart, although you do, but you add in your heart into the breathing machine. So now as you breathe into your lower body, it includes your chest and your shoulders and all the way down your arms, including your fingers and fingertips. So now everything from above your heart all the way down to the tips of your toes is being breathed at once, together. Now, ever so gently, we move our breath up to include the throat region, which includes your ears, the back of your head, and your mouth, your jaw, your tongue. As you're doing this, breathe through your nose, if you may, if you can, and let your tongue rest comfortably against your soft palate. Behind your upper front teeth. Now, everything you can feel is intensely alive, full of life force. We say full of ki. And you can feel every cell, every molecule, even every atom humming away infinitely, moving and changing. Now again, very gradually we move up to the tente, or the point between our eyes and a little above our eyes. Now from above our head to below our feet, we're breathing into the whole body. So our body is completely warm and relaxed and calm. Okay. So do you have any comments or questions about this form of meditation? If so, please say something to us about that. I think you can just start speaking. If you don't feel like it, I'll probably call on you. You know, I'm doing this to you because I want you to speak about this while you're having the feeling of it before it goes away. Because I don't want you to talk about, I don't want you to intellectualize about it. I don't want you to tell yourself a story about it. I want to know what the raw experience in your body is like for you.
Sensei, there's a question coming in over chat. Would you like to read it?
Yes, thank you. Okay, so it says from Charles Boyer to everyone, but it's in Spanish. Carlos, could you please tell me?
That's a notice asking people to turn off their microphones. There's a question below that.
Thank you. Good day. It's from Andre to everyone. Good day. If I got it right, shall I inhale in each center? Well, if you, Andre, where are you? Andre, where are you? Speak up. Oh, no picture. I'm unmuting you, Andre. Please explain what your question is. Oh, maybe Andre doesn't want to talk. Oh, yeah. So he's saying something more now. Yes, I mean, if I'm inhaling, I beg your pardon, I don't have a video on the mic, he says. So I'm going to struggle maybe a little bit with your question here. Of course, you're inhaling and exhaling constantly while you're going through adding more and more pieces of your being into this, including more and more and more. As you're doing this, of course, you're breathing naturally. You're just allowing your body to breathe naturally. There isn't any special breathing here happening. You're not inhaling at a certain time or exhaling at a certain time. This is just normally, just like you're doing right now, just breathing in and breathing out as you're listening to me talk. That's exactly the same. That's what you're doing. He says, if I'm inhaling, shall I fill the whole body from the toes to the top of the head, and when I'm exhaling it in reverse? That's a description we use for whole body breathing. And that is when you're very consciously breathing in, filling your body from your toes to the top of your head, and breathing out, emptying your body from the top of your head down to your toes. This is something we do in whole body breathing. But in this meditation form, whole body meditation, is very different. He's saying, yes, what's the difference? The difference is there's no special breathing at all in this form of meditation. You just breathe normally. No special breathing. No filling your body, no emptying your body, no thinking about breathing. You're just allowing the breath to be natural. I hope that's clear. Okay? Thank you. Someone else, please.
Hello, Sensei. This is Vernon.
Yes, Vernon, hello.
Fine, Sensei. The experience of being present and not having a sense of using muscles and just being so relaxed. And that's what I feel.
Not using muscles.
Muscles in terms of breathing and just it's a form of both a meditation, but a whole just breathing normally, not concentrating on expansion or concentration. Is
When we are, of course, let me put this, the result of whole body breathing and key meditation and whole body breathing is identical. The result of all meditation is the same. It's a deep, deep sense of calmness. And you may find when you're really in it, that you feel that you can't move a muscle, that you can't move your body. Of course, check it out and you'll see that you can easily move your body. But the feeling is, when you're very calm, that there is no, maybe we can say there's no need to move the body, but it's almost like there's no body to move. It's not about that. I think if you practice this way, you'll find it very enjoyable. I said I would ask you when you were done, which of these three you like best? Vernon?
whole body breathing. It feels that I'm
Like-
calm,
Best.
relaxed.
Is that what you said? You like key breathing best?
Key whole body
Meditation.
meditation.
I rarely find anyone that doesn't say that. And why is that, Lillian? Why is that, Lillian?
Well, Sensei, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I actually love Shuchuho Kakudaiho the best.
Ah,
If I have a preference, which I shouldn't, I love Shuchuho Kakudaiho.
well, it's so rare that I find somebody like that. That's great. I love all of them myself. I can't say I like one above the other. But
It could be that I don't do whole body meditation as much. I start off with a little key breathing every day, and then it just goes right into Kaku Daiho and Shuchuho.
I'm trying to get rid of this. Oh, there we go.
Sensei,
Yes. Hi. So,
may I tell you, I actually like keep breathing the most. It's a response to the beginning when you talk about most of the people, like the whole body meditation. Maybe I cannot comment too much in it because maybe I didn't put enough practice to it. So in general, I feel keep breathing to me, I'm more in tune with that mind and body motion. It's kind of like my breath is a tool for me.
yeah.
Sometimes an image comes, when I do my breathing, it's like achieving calmness in motion, like doing an art. When I do meditation, I feel sometimes I'm lost, I'm wandering around in a forest. Sometimes I see a path, sometimes I don't. So that on the path, off the path creates a lot of
Yeah.
anxiety for me.
Yeah, I really like to say about the breathing. I agree completely. And I think that the key to that, of course, is the way you use the breathing and whole body breathing. It creates this sense of movement, okay? But if you can experience that, and you know that, and your body knows it, and you love it, then when you're doing meditation, like key meditation or whole body meditation, try to feel the breathing without doing anything to it, as it drives this same movement, this same pump in you. I think you can, it's very subtle. It's not the same as when we do it, you know, so consciously. But, and I think that maybe that makes Key Breathing a little more approachable in this way, or maybe easier to experience this bellows that I'm talking about, the rhythm of the pump. And you know, when I'm talking about a pump, I don't mean like pumping something. I just don't have another word for this, but it's a feeling of, and it occurs in exactly the same way with key breathing or not key breathing. It's just really, really quiet and subtle. And you have to pay a great amount of attention to it. And so it's easy to get lost. But maybe that's the path that you can return to every time. A feeling of that rhythm within you, within every part of you. It's so beautiful. But
so Sensei, my question is that here's the question. When Toei Sensei said he developed key breathing as a way to achieve deeper calmness, so does that mean I'm still wandering around in a shallow kind of calmness? And
I did not mean to say that you're still wandering around in the shallows. Yes, if you just did deep breathing the rest of your life, if you just did whole body breathing, if you just did keep breathing, that's fine. You don't have to do anything else. It's plenty. It's all right there because it's whole body breathing, it's universal breathing, and I talked a little bit the other night or morning about Musoku. It's all right there. We don't need different forms of meditation, but different people like different things and identify differently with different things. And some people find one thing very easy and enjoyable and attractive, and some people find other things more enjoyable. It's not in any way inferior to meditation or anything like that. It's the complete deal. It's the real deal. It's the complete package. So please feel completely comfortable. You don't need to do anything else. Okay? Okay. Okay.
Aloha. It's Barbara, Priya.
Yes, hello.
Thank you. I really enjoyed the whole body meditation. And before, when you asked which meditation I liked the most, I probably would have said key breathing also. Mainly because it gives me something more to focus on and keeps me on track. But this whole body meditation was I didn't want to come out of it. I just wanted to stay with it because it was a great experience for me in that, well, I appreciated how you talked about the different energy places and the four. So I'm more familiar with the chakras. And so I liked how you first had us, focusing on the one point and that actually goes all the way down to the toes. And then just breathing into that and then moving up to the heart. And I like how you explained how the heart is not just here, it's all the way, throughout the arms. And then just breathing, feeling that and feeling the whole body breathing, and then coming up to the throat, and the throat not just being right here, which I often always just was like, oh, this is the chakra right here. No, it's this whole area. That was very helpful. And then I was able to really feel just breathing into that. And then, of course, then the head, and feeling the energy then pulsating through my whole body, and just inhaling and exhaling, and it was beautiful.
Thank you very much. I think we're running out of time, so I'm going to just say aloha. And when we, we're having more sort of key breathing, key meditation classes because we can't jump around together. So please keep coming. I see the numbers grow every time, and 2 or 3 more people come every class. It's really nice. I'm so happy. You're all welcome, and please don't feel shy about participating. So when we're doing these classes, key breathing, key meditation, and then there's always a period at the end where I say, okay, let's just meditate. That's the time to do whole body meditation. Okay, domo arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sensei.